Hello? Hello?
Oh no.
It is I.
Oh no.
I'm back!
Was this a mistake?
Welcome to Paramecia Fancast. A fancast of... Okay. I can't do this anymore. I'm back by popular demand. Do you still want me?
I don't know if I want you. Being completely honest.
That's a little harsh.
Rough.
This got a little too real.
Welcome to Paramecia Divorce Court.
yeah, I was about to say welcome to Paramecia fucking relationship.
Well, right. Yeah, we're all in therapy now.
That's
John's
okay.
a therapist. I don't know why that took me so long.
No, that's fine. I'm free to join the Straw Hats now. So, bye.
Damn.
I'm the therapist.
Damn.
All right. What do you have to say?
First order as therapist. I don't really know what therapists do.
Oops.
Like I know what they do, but I don't know what like protocol is. Like, do they have like a
first order of business?
When you get in, they're like, all right, buddy, first order of business.
Tell me how you're feeling. How'd you feel about that opening, Franz?
Yeah, how did that opening make you feel?
It made me feel bad.
That's not so bad. It could be worse.
We're talking about my feelings, okay? Excuse me, order in the court, Mr. Therapist Judge.
Motion granted. Motion granted.
Oh, damn. No, today's not the day we're getting divorced. No, that'll be another day. No, Jesus Christ. Hopefully not. Never.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
Today is the day where
Some
we are...
ominous fucking vibes in here.
Shit.
Yo, foreshadowing. Shizoda, remember? The lore, the Paramecia
I don't
lore.
get it, babe. We just bought, like, a pot and soil for our basil plant. Like...
Wow, you guys...
We're so committed.
You're just gonna leave your you're just gonna abandon your fucking plant like that, you bitch.
Hey,
yeah, what the fuck?
Dude, like, if I get the alimony right, like, I can buy myself a ferret.
That's like a baby. Like, that's our baby.
Is it our baby if, like, someone else gave it to us?
Oh, fuck. You know, it's like an adopted baby.
Yeah.
Does that make Megan a surrogate mom?
Yeah, Megan's our surrogate.
Yeah.
Huh.
She ain't no mom, though.
You two couldn't birth a plant, bro. She had to do it. Come on.
Damn. Like, no joke? Yeah, actually.
I mean, we could have just bought the grown ones at Musashi.
I mean, we could have, but we're too dumb for that. But you know what we're too smart for? Podcasting. That's a segue. Hell yeah. We're Paramecia Fancast, the One Piece fancast, where we review the latest chapter and have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. My name is Franz.
My name is John.
My name is Adri.
And we better all be doing fucking tokusatsu poses when we said that, because that's the vibe I got.
Do you remember? I don't know if Adri's ever seen this, but like in Dragon Ball, like Frieza's lackeys, there's Apple, the guy who he just like. Well, Adri can just look at me. There's like a guy in the middle. He's like 3 feet tall, and he's like crazy pose. Like everyone else is like dabbing and shit, and he's just sitting here like one fist over the other and like looking menacingly, even though he's like 3 feet tall and like completely weak. So
I think the wildest thing about all that was like they all got beaten fairly whatever, you know. They didn't get I think they got killed, but it was like, you know, they got punched.
They put
death
up a fight
in Dragon Ball fashion. But that guy gets his fucking head cut off. Like Vegeta just fucking chops his head off.
Speaking of,
and like yeah, speaking of
our allies cutting off our heads, huh?
So much has happened, Jesus. Yeah, no, we're here today with chapter. I don't know.
985.
That's
new
the one.
Onigashima Project. we got a color spread, and let me just say, I freaked out. I geeked out a little bit for multiple small things. Okay, they're riding on the parrots. It's all cute. Luffy's got a shirt that says Lucky, and it's like it looks like him with a bug, which gives me like it gives me Skypiea vibes when Chopper was like, which one do you want more, like to catch all the bugs or find the One Piece? And Luffy was like, fuck dude, like that's a tough one, man. Like,
oh, it's very like Japanese summer vibes, because like right now is when all the little kiddos are catching their beetles and shit.
Yeah,
bro, I fucking hate it.
And he looks like he's holding a net in the picture.
Yeah.
I just love anything that has Law in it. That makes me very happy.
Yeah, Law is like cute as fuck, eating his rice ball and feeding the birds.
He thinks he's so like mean and has no like feelings, but here he is.
But here
he's
he
a
is
good guy.
Feelings and shit.
Exactly. Yeah. He's just been feelings. This emo man could never ever admit it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it takes a lot of feelings to completely basically start, like, the destruction of the world as you know it over the death of your father figure.
Oh my goodness. And then finally we have Kid, dressed all punk rock. He has like a skull on his pants that looks like Brooke.
Oh, it does!
And I think at the bottom it says, it's like S-O, and it looks like there's a U that's cut off, so I think maybe it is Brooke's, like...
Ooh, maybe.
In canon, he's a big fan of Brooke. He's like, yo, this guy fucking slaps.
I hope so.
That'd be so cool.
The smallest thing that I was like, dude, Oda, I don't know why this made me so excited, but it's fucking sick. On the palm of his robot hand, there's a connector that I actually fucking recognize and know the name of.
What?
It's a GX12 5-pin aviation connector. It's a little
What?
circle with the 5
John?
pins. Yeah. It's used in like a lot of aviation like technologies and shit, but it's also the connector that I have on my fight stick to plug in my USB cable.
Okay.
And it's the most random thing, but like I saw like parrots and color, and then my eyes went straight to that, and I was like, GX12 5-pin aviation connector. Like, what the fuck?
Are you okay?
I mean, it is like right in the center, but what the fuck? Like,
yeah. So basically, what I can get from this is Oda is either a pilot or
he looked at a
plays
bunch of
fighting
like,
games.
or he looked at a bunch of like mechanical parts and was like, yeah, that'll fit together.
I mean,
yeah, I'll pick the GX12 5-pin aviation connector.
I mean, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, what a fucking deep cut.
It's like not even like because you know I'm reading it.
He probably
portrait.
just has one lying around his house.
Because I'm reading it
For fucking
portrait,
what?
I have to like scroll to see the rest of it. And so like this part that you're talking about is cut in half, and I'm just wondering like how you still saw that, unless you're intense and you read in landscape mode.
Oh, if I'm reading on like the tablet or my phone, I usually read on the tablet because it's fucking like big.
Mm-hmm.
Wide.
But if there's like double page spreads, I usually turn it to put it in landscape.
Oh, okay. I just do the thing
That's
where
smart.
I like, pull it. I pull
Yeah.
it so I can see the middle.
Oh,
Same. I've like never actually thought of that. I'm like so dumb.
When I was catching up on One Piece in that last like 2 weeks, week or two, for the most part, I was reading it in landscape because when you spend that much time, reading that shit, it gets kind of really rough. Reading it in portrait size, and I read it on my phone because we have the app. We have the Viz Jump app.
The funny thing is, in Japan, that's the only way we can read Jump in English, because it's the Viz website is blocked in Japan, but because we have American phones and American like Google Play accounts, we can like get the app
download
and
the
no
Viz
problem.
Jump. Yeah.
Yeah, get fucked, Viz.
So I can't even download it to my tablet because that's a Japanese tablet. So I have to read it on my phone. But for a long time, I was reading it in landscape. But when
That's
I'm
the
going
life.
fast, just reading one chapter, then I just read it in portrait on my phone.
Hell yeah. All right, well, let's get into this, because there's some stuff that happens that...
There's some good.
Yeah, there's
so
some good
much.
shit. Enough of the GX12 5-pin aviation connector.
Okay, we're at Onigashima. We're at the rear entrance. Fuck John. And so we don't really like see who's like saying it at first. We got a little "I knew you would come," and then went, "Oh, they're really here," and it's the motherfucking Kanjuro. Like, oh,
I'm still pissed about this.
honestly, I don't blame you. Like, you remember me talking about like recording with John saying that like, oh,
it's
like
him because he's dumb.
yeah, that was like almost literally it. And like the panel next to like where he's like, oh, we may not have found traces of samurai infiltration.
It looks like
He covers
his
like
nose.
His nose is funny, but like he covers like the whole panel, but like his hair's not that big, and like
Yeah, it is.
he just covers the
hate
panel
it.
in a very weird way, and I
hate
don't
the
like
fact
it.
that he's so colorful. Like, when I think about like how he has red hair, I want to cry.
Oh, he does, huh?
Yeah, he does.
Like not just red hair though. Like this is like intense, fiery orange red.
It's the Kool-Aid red that your like Latin American aunt would like dye her hair.
Yeah.
Yo.
Does
The
everyone
Kool-Aid
have
red.
that? Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking wild. But we've got the standoff, a bunch of Kaido pirates with Kanjuro, and all the samurai, they're like, oh no, it's Kanjuro. And Kanjuro's standing there with a couple of his, like, remember, he draws well. He's been faking the whole time that he's a bad artist. But he has his, like, dumb ink jutsu as, like, some samurai with no head on a horse. Like, that's some
like headless
imagery.
horseman Yeah, even Izo is like samurai warriors with their heads cut off. Very artful of you.
He's like, oh, good. Yeah, I see you. Uh-huh. They were very original.
Yeah.
He even, like, he's like, they look like it, don't they? Like, yeah, but we don't give a shit. Like,
yeah, but we're gonna fucking kill you. I even like how he like starts to try shit with Izo, like, oh, see return just so you can lose in battles. Like, bruh, this man was part of Whitebeard's crew, bruh. Like, shut the hell up.
I don't give a shit about you.
Like, this man had the gall to spend, like, no time. Like, he jumped through time, so he doesn't know about the whole, like...
Oh, yeah,
how,
he doesn't
like,
know about the fucking anything.
That
like,
Izo
Paramount
did, yeah.
War, nothing.
They might have, like, talked about it at some point, like, on their journeys or some shit, but, like, Luffy's not the kind of person to talk, and, like, the rest of the crew kind of keeps the past in the past, so...
Yeah.
I don't think Kanjuro would understand how fucking big dick Whitebeard got towards the end of his life.
Yeah. God, I never even thought about that. Yeah, like the samurai don't even know what the fuck the Paramount War is. Like, Jesus.
They barely
Izo
know what a
was there,
Shichibukai
huh?
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I love, well, I don't love it, but I love what happens because of it. Kanjuro just continues taunting them, and he's like, oh, like, because Raizo is like, release Lord Momonosuke at once, and he's like, oh, he was desperate not to be a burden upon you. He found a dagger at some point and used it to free himself. And of course he could not actually escape, but he cut my palm in the attempt, and I did not take kindly to it. And it's like, he's explaining how he beat this child half to death.
I really like how he has a nice little band-aid securely put there.
He had the time to do that.
He had the time to put a little band-aid.
Yeah, after beating the fuck out of Momonosuke, and poor Kiku is like, Lord Momo.
Like, what the fuck?
But, it's fucking wild. He's like, the part that gets he's like, oh, like, to my surprise, however, the boy still lives. I suppose that must be Odin's blood. And it's like, dude, like, is that implying that if that were any other child, he would have just fucking beat them to death?
Yep.
Like,
he's basically saying, like, I don't really care if I'd killed him.
Yeah.
That's so
really
fucked.
sad.
Like, you know, it gets a little towards eugenic territory, but like, Orochi's bad. He's a Kurozumi. Kanjuro's bad. Turns out he's a Kurozumi. You know, maybe it's a whole family thing.
I mean, it might not be like a eugenics thing. It might just be like a, family cultural, like how they were brought up.
I mean,
beliefs.
They basically weren't brought up because.
Well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get it.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
But you got a point. You got a point. Either way, fuck him.
Yeah, look, all that to say, fuck this guy.
Yeah. But then we've got, little Catman with his new little gun hand. Garfield
and Odie are my favorite, and there's a revelation that happens soon that caught me complete by surprise.
Yeah.
I had to look at that, yeah.
What's with you, Gora hand?
Nifty, huh? It's nice. Like Kanjuro's going off about we're gonna fucking kill the clan, and then Garfield
the execution,
like,
this and that.
Yeah,
dude, sweet fucking gun hand, bro. Thanks, brother.
That's like if Jesus was on the cross, and then his disciples were just sitting there, and it's like,
damn, nice rosary you got there.
Yeah, where'd you get that?
Custom made, bro.
That's like he's just being put on the cross now, but they've already got rosaries out.
Yeah. Check this shit out, bro. Custom made, bro. Look at the spinners on this thing. Jesus is getting like pinned to the cross.
You know what? Don't pin Jesus on the cross. Put Jesus on that fidget spinner, baby. Hold on.
Yeah.
I need to Google that real quick. I need to see you know how like sometimes there's that like I need to see a Jesus on a fidget spinner now that I've brought this up.
We must speak it into
stop.
existence now. I will say,
super glue though.
While they're all going, while Garfield and Odie are just fucking around,
I hate them.
Pulls down her fucking mask and she says something that I'm like, She's like, you may shut your mouth now, Kanjuro. The wounds this one's katana leaves do not vanish in the afterlife. Like snow that remains into the spring, they will continue to torment your soul for eternity. Like, the way she talks about her sword, like, does she have, like, a cursed blade or something? Like, it'd be cool if she had some kind of named blade.
I could totally see that. We haven't, like, really gotten details because of the whole, like, her trying to keep her like secret identity and being like, teehee, I can protect myself, and then like the moment she touched the blade,
yeah.
Can I say,
love
like,
the armor.
Yeah, I also really like the sound effects during this art with like the bing, which is supposed to be like the what is it called?
The dodon.
No, it's the little.
The shamisen.
Yeah, the shamisen.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So good.
The whole time, like, it's like supposed that Komurasaki is playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, that's how they're animating at very least. And, like, we got some panels of that, like, in the, like, Act 2 closing.
Like, when it closes, when it opens. Yeah,
and
I really like that.
I like the use of the, like, bang, because, there are times in Wano that he actually still uses the like dodon, and the constant use of like the bebang, like the shamisen, makes those moments hit way harder. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, they really hit hard.
Yeah, I think so too.
Also,
especially this part with like Kiku being fucking like rad as shit. Yeah. Like, these wounds will not leave in the afterlife.
Yeah.
That's some like metal ass shit.
Yeah.
I will point out that Kiku, I believe we've talked about it like tangentially before, but her name means chrysanthemum, and you can see the chrysanthemum on her pants.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
so nice little detail.
Hell yes, dude.
I'm pretty sure it has some Japanese symbolism, but I don't remember what it is.
Kiku Nojo of the Falling Snow. Her helmet even has like shit. She's so fucking cool,
dude. Like, even they get into it, and like Kanjuro's like goading her. It's like, show me, Kiku. Like, this son of a bitch. She like dives the fuck in, and everyone else is like, "Oh, let's get going."
Garfield.
Like, I can't believe that sound effect is literally there.
Yeah.
Like,
I also love real small, but you can see him Izo looking like the fucking Bugs Bunny meme, like, Lord forgive me. Back on my bullshit. Like, Izo gave up that life, but he has to be back on his bullshit for this.
It's like, damn.
Oh, right. Izo's like The Sopranos a little too much.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice Izo there. Thank you for this.
He's so small.
So good.
Tiny. I just recognize, like, the little Kappa man. Swish swish.
Yeah. Oh my god. And they clash, Kiku and Kanjuro, and it shows their clash, and I mean, we saw Kanjuro using Haki to block the bird, to try to push back the bird cage.
Yeah.
So I think it's just assumed that, like, I can assume that all of the samurai know Haki. Yeah. It looks like there's like little like lightning clashes.
Yeah,
coming
those
from
look
them.
like the typical lightning crashes when they do the hockey 1-on-1.
Yeah, it's definitely
but I
that.
think the most probably one of the most, other than the GX12 5-pin aviation connector.
I hate it.
The second most important part of this chapter is. And what's with Yugara leg? I use two swords now.
That was
okay. They both got crucified and they both lost some limbs. And Garfield, I think, probably the healthier way of the two, if you can see it that way, was like, "Oh, my arm is gone. I will put gun on my arm."
Yeah.
Odie, chaotic motherfucker, was like, I'm going to have sword peg leg and use two sword style. Like,
I mean, the thing is, he's not the only person who's done that.
Okay, but
Adri doesn't really know him because he's like a movie-only character.
Oh, fucking Shiki, yeah.
Yeah. He's canon. He'll show up eventually.
Shiki.
But like,
yeah.
Shiki
can fly.
Shiki can fly.
Like, Shiki, I want to say Shiki has sort of a reason to, like, use, like, I feel
leg
like he
swords.
Because he can make objects, like, he can make objects float, so he replaced his feet with swords, and the swords float, so, like, he can, like, fly, like, it's, like, you know, that's what gives him, like, flight mode.
Oh, no.
But, fucking,
this dog,
this dog is just like, I got one leg cut off, like, I want sword peg leg.
Can we talk about this, though? Like, weren't they back at Zoe for most of this time? With the rest of the Straw Hat crew?
Odie was... So,
Odie
Garfield went
Zoe.
somewhere the fuck.
Odie was
Garfield
on Zoe.
went to find Marco. Odie stayed on Zoe with Momonosuke.
I'm just thinking about, like, how did they do this? And my first thought was, like, Frankie suited them up.
Well,
he stayed on Zoe with Momonosuke and Law.
Okay. So
and Zoro.
When he was on the island, though, like on Wano, he was with the crew that was getting weapons.
Oh.
Yeah, at the very least.
Like, okay.
Either
like...
Momonosuke or Zoro had to sign off on this. Law was there too, so he would. One of them.
Okay, you know what? Law could do it. Law could do it.
Yeah.
Law's a medical doctor.
Yeah. Law would do it, but the entire time he would be like, are you positive? Like,
yeah,
are you sure?
On the outside, he'd be like, I guess. And on the inside, he'd be like, this is so fucking cool.
He could be like, I could just use room to give you another leg. No, bro. Put a sword on there. You don't understand. Like, my devil fruit, I can put anything. I can replace your foot. No, bro.
Replace it with a sword.
Yeah, you're gonna replace it with the sword, bro.
Who needs a motherfucking leg
wild.
when I can have a second sword?
Well, I mean, the devil's advocate, which doesn't really, that saying doesn't apply in this situation really, but could you imagine if he had also replaced it with a gun?
I'm literally just imagining, like, Bayonetta combat. Like,
That's the only way. Like,
Yeah.
they're
I'm like, oh damn, me too.
this is gonna be like really weird, and hopefully one of the listeners at home knows what I'm talking about. But before Blockbuster closed, I remember walking in and looking through like movies, and this was like around Sharknado or before Sharknado. I was like looking in the section with like the Megalodon movies and all these like crazy like, oh, like giant shark, oh no.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But there was one movie where the cover was like some like stereotypically 2005 sexy lady, but she had a leg cut off and she just
Planet
had an
Terror.
AK. Yes, an
Yeah.
AK-47. Planet Terror is the movie.
Yes.
Now we know what
She
Oda's
has
been watching.
a prosthetic leg
I never
that
watched
is
it.
just a fucking gun, and it like not only is it like an AK, but it has a fucking like grenade launcher, like the noob tube underneath it. It's so good.
At least they didn't do that to Ode.
Yet, that's the
True.
Sulong.
Sulong form, it turns into a gun blade. Final Fantasy ass shit.
Jesus. Not to take this non sequitur too far, but I read something on like an official Final Fantasy thing, and the way the gunblade works is that when you pull the trigger, it's not a blade that shoots bullets. When you pull the trigger, it vibrates the sword at like such a high frequency that it just like cuts through shit.
I
Like
hate
that's
that
how
shit.
the gunblade works.
I hate it.
What?
I hate it.
Yeah, like the gunblade, it doesn't shoot like. I mean, I guess you could use it as like a magic implement and like shoot magic shit. You could like fucking shoot Thundagas and shit. But like when you pull the trigger, it like the mechanism in the sword like vibrates the blade at like such a high frequency that it just like I guess it turns into like an electric knife or something.
I hate
That
it.
sucks. Like, Sam from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is so much cooler.
Yeah.
Where it's his, like, sheath. That's the
Yeah,
gun in
it-
him. Yeah.
Because his is like, hey, like EI sword style, but like,
Yeah.
what if gun?
God damn. Let's not continue with this.
yeah.
No, because the next part is next. The best part is next.
Yes.
We're inside the castle, and all the rough and tumble. They're oh, Kaido's speech is starting. Put on the
Who the
visual
fuck
transponder
cares?
snail. But we get Yamato in all his glory. Like, just finishing giving a, like, 50-minute PowerPoint presentation to Luffy.
On why he's Kozuki Oden and why Luffy should let him join him on the sea.
It's so good. Like, it's literally like he's sitting here and he's like, I'm trying to be Kozuki Oden.
No,
So,
I am Kozuki
you're-
Oden.
That's true.
And-
I am Kozuki Oden. You're Ace's brother.
Ace invited me to leave with him.
So that means you owe me.
And Luffy's
I
just
love
like,
Luffy's reaction. He's like Luffy's reaction to all of this PowerPoint. Yamato has been talking for like ages. I assume Yamato has been giving the PowerPoint presentation. I
Yeah.
assume this cut into the attic space
Yes.
is like 50 minutes in at
Yes.
the very end. And Luffy's entire reaction is like, now hang on a minute. Like, Kozuki Oden's a guy that everyone loves. There's no way you can be Oden.
it's like he's completely-
that's what he's mad about.
like he's just like, you're not actually Oden. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, that's not possible. And he like
Yamato's
takes it.
like,
He takes it in full stride. He's like, you know what? Okay, fine. Maybe I'm not as Oden as you are, but I'm still pretty Oden. Okay.
and I love Luffy. Like, what does that mean? I'm more Odin. Like, what? Luffy is so confused.
Like this
Like-
whole time, Luffy thinks that Yamato's trying to say like, I'm actually Kozuki Oden.
Yeah.
It's so funny because, like, you know, instead of like the very like gross conversations about like gender, like this and that about Yamato, instead of gender spectrum conversations, let's have conversations about the Oden Kozuki spectrum. Where do
Yeah.
you lie on a scale of 1 to 10 of how Kozuki Oden you are?
Yeah.
John Travolta's like a 9.5. He's up there.
He's up there. Yeah, Yamato's pretty damn close. See, this part's interesting though, because he's like, how can I...
Happens to everyone, folks.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
How can I be Odin and not be free? It's because of these shackles. And Yamato, he goes on to explain, he's like, I wanted to go to sea with Ace and his friends so badly, but I've been imprisoned on this island since the age of 8. Those are prison shackles? That's right, they will explode if I leave this island. I thought, because I'm pretty sure Odin wore the same thing, I thought that Yamato was just like, dude, it's part of the costume.
Same,
Odin
actually. Like,
I didn't know Big Mom was like, yo, Kaido, like, that kid you got, bro, strap some of these on that bad boy, they ain't leaving.
The same model that Sanji had on, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't the ones that Sanji had on, like, not actually gonna explode?
I can't remember. It like...
There were some, like...
I think what it was they were gonna explode, and then Reiji was like, oh yeah, like I deactivated them so you could leave.
She deactivated... Oh, she switched them out right before they gave him to him. Yeah, okay.
She was like, I switched them out so the ones you have aren't the explosive ones.
Right, okay, never mind.
You can leave us to die.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but he's been wearing these for a while. Like, if he wanted to go to sea with 8? Ace, maybe, I don't know if since the age of 8, but at least since the time that Ace was there.
Yeah.
So,
because
I feel like it's because he says I've been imprisoned on this island since the age of 8.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that the same age as Momonosuke?
Yeah, Momonosuke, yeah,
and Tama, I think.
And Tama.
Yeah, right.
Oh, the parallels.
Yeah, it's honestly like no coinky dink. But the interesting thing is Luffy points out that they're the prison shackles, so everyone's thinking that they're sea stone shackles. Like, that's what a lot of the community's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone's like, what if devil fruit? You know, fucking maybe.
And even Yamato, he's like,
well,
you know, he's like, it could all be a lie. Like, he's like, would father really blow up his own child? He's like, but imagining the possibility that it's true keeps me trapped with fear. I know what my father is like. And Luffy's just like, you want me to take him off?
and Yamato's like, listen, you dumbass, you can't. And Luffy's like, actually, I can, but okay.
Yeah, Luffy's like, I can, and if I do, it means you'll have to watch me beat the fuck out of your dad. So, are you sure?
Yamato's like,
Yamato's
fuck
like, yeah, Yamato's like, hey, let me get a kick in.
You know how many times he kicked my ass when I challenged him?
Oh my goodness. Luffy's like, fine, I'll take him off. And he's like, you don't understand. These have kept me trapped here for 20 years. And Luffy's like, bro, I got Rio. Like, it's all good.
I got you. You'll be fine.
Dude, I watched Rayleigh do it like 2 years ago. I did it like a day ago.
Yeah, I can do it again. Just
yeah.
Try me.
I can do it again. They blow up. But all the while that's going on, they're hearing the transponders, the snails, like blast out, like, it's been 2 years since the Whitebeard's Paramount War. Like, oh, it's shit's fucking starting. Kaido's up there yelling. This whole situation, it's so much. Finally, the world has turned into motion. The 7 warlords were not disbanded because of some mad whim of the government. It is a sign of confidence that Navy headquarters has a new force capable of stopping us. And I had to sit back and be like, he's got a fucking point.
Yeah. Because we haven't seen it yet, but whatever he's talking about is the thing that Vegapunk invented that Fujitora was talking about.
Like 2.0.
We also still don't know what's happened to the revolutionaries.
That's true, and that's Oda.
Yeah, it's dude, shit's getting fucking crazy.
Can we just talk about? Can we talk about
Yamato.
I hate my life. Talk about Yamato's horns, just like
yeah. Yamato and Luffy just like peeking through, and they're both like, "Huh?" But the horns are
sticking out like in plain view.
Yeah,
crack.
So good. But Yeah, but the world government grows arrogant. But while the world government grows arrogant, we have decided to join hands with the Big Mom Pirates to seize the greatest power in this world, the ancient weapons, which is like, oh no.
The what now?
Oh no. Because I read this and I'm like, oh no. Like, it's happening. Caribou was kidnapped by Drake and was imprisoned on Wano.
Oh,
Caribou is the only person that knows about Shirahoshi being
motherfucker.
ancient weapon. And later Kaido says something like, we're gonna what does he say? He's like, we're gonna start expanding out and like taking
We're putting our weight into the piracy business.
Yeah, he says something. He's like, we're gonna go out and like, expand our range, and it's like, fuck. please no.
Dude, on top of that, like, Frankie's there. And Frankie's the only one who knows about, I believe it was Neptune.
Pluton.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows how to build Pluton. Because he memorized the thingies.
The schematics.
Yeah.
So, that's spooky that there's two of the three.
Yeah, Robin also, like, it's never really been talked about by Robin, but, like, the Alabasta poneglyph did reveal the location of Pluton.
Fuck.
But she lied about it to Crocodile, and then Crocodile, like, almost killed her. But, like, it did, it said it did reveal the location of Pluton. So it's like, well, fuck. Yeah, so Robin just knows that.
Hey!
She's just sitting here, like,
Oda?
Chilling. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You think maybe she just forgot?
She forgot, dude.
Dude.
She totally forgot.
Man, if things couldn't gotten crazier, as Kaido brings up Big Mom, speak of the devil, she Kool-Aid Man blasts through. Did I hear you calling my name, Kaido?
It's Big Mom!
And she's terrifying, so that's the world's most powerful hag.
That's so funny.
She's got Nami and Carrot and Chopper.
Oh my god. I don't see what's-her-face with them. Shinobu.
That's true.
Good.
I don't see Shinobu in that panel.
No.
And they all came from that same building.
That's true, but the very important thing is that Big Mom has Zeus in her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got Zeus back.
But he seems like he's on the floor there with them.
Kind of. Yeah. There's like this like weird figure in the back when
and then in the next page you don't. Oh, there he is. Never mind. Sorry, I see him in the back in the next page.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I couldn't see him before, so I thought like maybe he was there.
No, Mom wants him on her side, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because that is part of her soul.
Yeah, true.
Took you long enough, Lin. Lin. I'm gonna kill myself.
Also, like, the introduction of Olin the Oiron, like...
Oh, yeah.
Oda, come on.
Why is she an Oiron? Like, what?
The best, surrounded by all of her fucking, like, yokai.
Mama.
I hate her. I love the lantern just like singing lantern.
It's so fucking ridiculous. And Big Mom is like, I'm still in time, aren't I? Like, mama, don't be a stickler. If we bicker and fight, it'll stay out of reach. But when we join sides, we'll pull it within range. Listen up, people. We're putting our weight into the piracy business. At long last, we're going to claim the One Piece. And it's like, oh, fuck. Like,
oops.
The existence of the ancient weapons will bring fear and war to humanity. Prepare yourselves, for that is the world of violence that we seek. And it's like, oh, fuck. Like,
oh, delicious.
It's fucking happening, dude.
Like, oh, yikes.
Like,
oh, Luffy's up there like, hey,
that's what I'm gonna get.
Shut up.
We got the whole, like, conversation of, like Oda in an interview being like, we might have, like, 5 more years. This simple fact that Kaido and Big Mom are after the One Piece has like actually put the goal in sight.
Yeah.
Like, this is scary.
Quite.
It is insane.
Orochi's like, this is cool.
No, this bitch has no idea.
Dude,
fucking, I love it.
The 180, which raises a question. Followers of Orochi, you must now choose. With this imposing waterfall defenses, Wano's a natural fortress that neither the Navy nor the world government can easily reach.
Sure.
Which I feel like the World Navy could if it tried.
It's really not that like big of a. It's not the worst. It's not the best. Like, shut up, Kaido.
Yeah. He's literally been to Skypiea.
Yeah.
And like. It's in the fucking sky, bro.
How many people have just so happened to get into Wano in the past, 3 weeks, dude? Like, come on. Yeah, it's definitely possible, you dumb bastard.
He's got some logistic fuck-ups, but...
Like, look at all the bastards on your doorstep right now. Like, shut up, Kaido.
Come on. If we expand with more weapons, factories, and turn the populace of the flower capital into a labor source, which is immediately like eyeballs emoji, then it will transform into a lawless land that all manner of pirates around the world will call paradise. And everyone's kind of just like,
huh? Wait, what?
Even Orochi's like, Kaido, wait a moment. The flower capital is my territory. Who do you think allowed you to make those weapons?
Slice!
Bruh, Kaido reaches over, grabs King's blade, and just fucking...
slices that motherfucker heads up.
Bro,
like a clean... delicious.
Shit is wild. Everyone's like, oh, and even the Onio, fucking Kiani Mundi's like, Shogun Orochi. Oh my god. The concerns of the Kurozumi clan and the Kozuki clan mean nothing to us. You have 5 seconds to choose. It's like, oh fuck.
That's so, like...
Hey, that's Momo.
Let's talk about real quick how Kaido with a one sword swing, like, okay, we'll talk about later whether he died or not, but it's very interesting that like one sword swing, Kaido just like changed the game of chess, and now there's like so many more pieces, so many more factors.
Yeah,
everyone's like, oops, what did we do?
Oh, it's fucking insane, bro. And I love... So, Luffy and them are, like, watching a projection of it in some other room, Luffy and Yamato. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Momo!
Hey, don't shout!
Yeah.
And then they just
screaming.
They just fucking fall through the roof, finally.
Yeah, and it's like...
They've been there with their fat-ass heads.
Yeah. This part's so interesting, because he's like, oh, like, all the samurai, like, he just killed Shogun Orochi, but why? They've been allies for years. He's like, make your choice now, samurai. Join us and be pirates, or fight us now and die. We're turning this country into a pirate empire in preparation for the coming war. We'll be ranging out for more proper raids. Tonight, Onigashima becomes the flower capital.
I feel like I've heard this before. We're gonna make a pirate empire.
Wano will be no more. Instead, there will be only new Onigashima, and its shogun shall be my son Yamato.
Now!
Yeah, the chapter ends with Luffy, like, Luffy and Yamato, like, running towards where it is. Luffy to save Momo, and Yamato just like, not for a second, you fucking idiot. Like,
we didn't agree with that, Dad. I want to be Odin!
Yeah. Well, I mean, Odin was trying to be Shogun. Hey, Dark Horse.
Yamato,
what if Kaido is trying to support Yamato? I don't believe this is true, but
maybe it's some like roundabout way. Like, yeah, you want to be Odin? Here, I'll use you as Shogun for the rest of these people.
The most monkey's paw way Kaido can support his son wanting to be Odin.
Right?
That's so fucking wild. And like the whole time, like all the schmucks behind are like, oh, someone called the Tobiropo. Look, there's Yamato. But one thing, like, while Kaido is like talking all about this, we do get a glimpse of Kiku, and her sword is dripping blood, question mark?
Yeah.
It might be ink.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is it blood? Is it ink?
People
and
were
it shows her
saying-
like crying through the mask. So.
People were talking about how that's not her sword, but it very obviously is what she was wearing.
Yeah, like...
But they were saying that's not
Yeah.
her sword because her sword doesn't have, like, squiggly lines.
Well, we haven't, like, seen her sword, like, close
I mean,
up.
we did get a few, like, panels with her, like, holding her sword, and none of them have squiggly lines on them. I mean, some people were saying, like, well, maybe she, like, grabbed somebody else's sword in the heat of battle or whatever, but it's very obviously Kiku because of the chrysanthemums on...
Yeah,
on
you
the-
can see the pants and the
Yeah.
sandals like are the same.
Exactly. And obviously, like, we get her face in the next panel with the mask, like...
Yeah, and her mask is like crying, so it's like, oh, did she kill Tanjiro? Because I feel like, I mean, I guess we can get into it now, because I don't, as much as I want Orochi to be dead, I really don't think he's dead.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
I want him to die, but I don't
That
think he's dead
motherfucking
for,
little
like,
weasel is in the dirt. He's done.
Yeah, for like story purposes, I think he's not dead.
I hate it.
The main thing, just because he has like a mythical zone fruit, and all of those have some kind of weird secondary effect. So God knows what the fuck his is. I mean, you know, the 8-headed snake. Everyone draws the connection to like, oh, the Hydra. If you cut off one head, like the others still survive, and it's like,
fuck.
It's like, yeah, that's true. Like a Yamato or.
But
sorry,
then wouldn't Odin wouldn't Kaido know about that?
I could see that being the case, but I also could see it being like the like last gambit of like the old Kurozumi people being like, this is the secretest secret, don't tell anyone, ha ha ha. Because like mythical zone fruits specifically have like very weird properties. The best example is Marco being
basically
literally
immortal.
Yeah, because he's a phoenix.
Yeah.
So it would also track that like
you can't kill. You have to like cut off all the heads.
All the heads at the same time, which is what happens in the Yamato no Orochi story. Susanoo cuts off all 8 heads at the same time.
Alright, he's not dead.
All 8 heads, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Kiku is crying there because she can hear the broadcasting. Yeah. She can hear the broadcasting of like Kaido basically like announcing.
They are like right outside.
Yeah, that's like Kaido announcing like the end of Wano essentially. Like,
yeah,
like they've come this far, and this still seems like a wall is standing right in front of them.
Yeah, I also think this is kind of leading towards like Momonosuke. Momonosuke's like true coming into being like the true shogun.
Yeah.
Or, like the true leader, because like all the samurai of Wano, all the people of Wano like chose Orochi initially, and because of like this sort of, I guess, like nationalistic sort of thing he had, like, oh, he wanted to be, you know, whatever. They chose Orochi because they thought that Odin had like betrayed them in some way.
Yeah.
And they just wanted like, oh well, like you can't, you look at you, you're ridiculous, you're just doing whatever you want, like, you know.
Well, they also
we need a real leader.
A lot of people chose him in the end because, I mean, first they thought Odin just went stupid crazy dancing, like, oh, like he's not even doing anything. But then they learned the truth about how like he was trying to save everybody by doing that. And then they just decided they realized like because of the Kaido pirates behind him, like there was no other recourse but to bend to the will of Orochi.
Yeah.
Or
and so now it's like the dilemma they're faced with is like, all right, like Kaido's basically like, fuck you being a samurai.
Yeah.
Your identity means nothing. You either join me as a pirate or you fucking die. And it's like the entire story we've heard, like, oh, the proud samurai of Wano, you know, like they're so strong, and it's like now it's like, okay,
yeah, and not just that, like he's gonna wipe out the entirety of Wano, Like, Wano is no longer, like, going to be the home of powerful samurai. Like, it's gonna be the home of, like, misfits and privates.
He also said he's turning the whole, like, what is the flower capital now into a labor force.
Yeah, he's going to use the people of Wano as a labor force now.
Right.
Yeah. And, like, as much as I don't, like, I want him to get fucking killed, Orochi.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, because he's a Kurozumi, and I think the story could possibly head towards, like, Momonosuke being the leader that, like, doesn't fuck over the Kurozumi. Because, like, the legend was that, like, the reason he wants revenge is because, like, way back when, like, the other families of Wano, like, betrayed the Kurozumi and they, like, hunted them and shit.
Yeah,
no,
they
the
were like a
Kurozumis,
scapegoat.
if it betrayed them, they did something.
Or yeah, that's what it was. They killed the Shogun or something because they wanted power.
Yeah.
And then Wano
turned against
around
them
and was like, "Let's fucking kill you."
Yeah.
I think, like, I don't know. I think it could be, as much as I want him to die, I think it could be a powerful moment if Momonosuke, like, chooses not to kill Orochi in the end.
And to accept him instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so, like, prisoner kind of shit.
Yeah,
but...
yeah, put the motherfucker in jail, but, you know, fucking don't.
Yeah.
Don't, as hype as I am for Kaido just fucking reaching for somebody else's sword and slicing him through the neck.
I could totally see, like, if Orochi's not dead, he's definitely gonna come back and try to fuck with Kaido.
Yeah, and
like,
yeah.
It's not gonna be next chapter.
No.
It's gonna be, like, a little bit later. He's gonna, like, bide his time.
Yeah, but we're definitely gonna have, like Orochi's no longer gonna be with Kaido. He's gonna be fighting on the other side.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be, like, really, really interesting how, like, interests will line up in several different ways. Though I do want to see blood, so I want to see some good old Kurozumi blood. So I do hope that Kanjuro dies. I think
Kanjuro's a piece of shit.
It was
they're
like an
both
ink
pieces of shit, but...
clone. Like, I don't think he's dead. But I want to see Kiku fuck him the shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty tired of that face. Don't want to see it anymore.
I want him fucking dead.
Yeah.
Jeez, no, this was... Oh, this was... Yeah, this is a really good fucking chapter. Like, the fact that Kaido is, like, starting the fucking throne war, like, right now, basically, is like, oh, shit, like, it's happening.
Like, oops. People are getting serious.
What does this affect Eam? Like, how would she feel about this? Is this related to the one? Is she related to the One Piece?
Who?
Eam, the lady with the eyes that sat on the throne that should not be sat on in Mary Joie.
The big hat.
I mean, I feel like Eam is, like, somehow she's, like, a descendant or a remnant from, like, the original kingdom or something like that. Because I always mix it up, but there was the original kingdom, and then there was a war between the original kingdom and, like, what became known as the world government in the Void Century. And then, like, after that war, after the Void Century, like, the world government just had power.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Eam-sama is, like, either a descendant or somehow just is, like, the last living remnant of whatever race or something that is.
Right.
Like, she's directly tied to, like, the Will of D in some way. But, I just wonder, like, Eam's gotta have some connection with whatever the One Piece is. And so, like, I feel like inevitably, like, you know, Luffy was always going to clash with the world government, but inevitably this is meaning, like, Kaido and Big Mom are now, like, on crash course to run into Eam eventually, if they succeed.
I didn't even know Eam had, like, I didn't even know this character had a name.
It's, like, mentioned once.
Yeah, the Gorosei literally just kneel and they're like, Eam-sama.
It was, like, since we had to, like, wait through, like, 2 weeks, because there was, like, a break week immediately after that.
Right.
Yeah.
John and I lost our minds through that recording period, so that's why it's, like, ingrained in our brain.
Maybe Eam is just very tiny and the hat's not that big.
Maybe. Eam is an amiibo.
Eam is an amiibo.
It's Sakurai's room as him playing games, and Master Hand is actually Sakurai. That's
Sakurai's childhood dream.
That's the crack theory this week, apparently. Do we have anything else to talk about though, like on the reel?
Nothing really. It's just kind of fucking crazy. I want to see what the hell happens to Yamato and Luffy. I think, because they're like, oh, someone called a Tobiropo. I think some of them are gonna like try to fight Luffy and Yamato again. And I think Luffy might actually break his cuffs for real. And like let him fight full
Can't
power.
break these cuffs.
So?
Yeah. Because if Luffy rips off his cuffs with the Rio and Yamato can fight at full power, that shit's gonna be...
Yeah, at the end, like, Yamato's still wearing the cuffs.
Yeah.
So Sasaki's out of commission because he's like tied up. Black Maria ? Ulti Pepe. They're kind of like...
I think they're still en route. They're like chasing after him.
They're chasing, true, but like they got hit a little hard. What if who's the one that like shows up?
Who's?
Maybe he was he was gearing up with his people, and we haven't seen him since, so I could see that. I'd like to see his Zoan fruit.
His deal. What's up with him?
His group that was with him were like, they all had cat-themed costumes, so everybody was thinking that his ancient Zoan is like the saber-toothed tiger.
Bro, that'd be good.
Delicious.
Delicious.
I love the way it looks.
I guarantee it.
Like,
but yeah, that's. I don't think there's anything else. This chapter was real. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, we're on break next week, but I believe all it jumps on break because it's a 4-day weekend.
Isn't one of the Toby Ropey a part of a spy?
Drake.
Toby Ropey? Tobo Ropey?
Yeah, Toby Ropo.
Toby Ropo.
Toby Ropey sounds really cute.
So, like,
Toby
the Navy's
Ropey.
already in Wano. Stupid Kaido, you dumb baby.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Like,
also,
you could, like, maybe he knows that Drake is a spy.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think he knows. I don't think anybody knows other than, like, Sword. But, dude, fucking... Yeah, the Navy's definitely still showing up, because, like, that's another reason why I don't think Orochi's dead, is because he specifically wanted Vegapunk. And I think CP0 is, like, actually gonna fucking bring Vegapunk to Wano.
Yeah, no, with the whole thing about the legend of the snake, the 8-headed snake, I don't think he's dead.
Yeah.
Which makes me extremely upset, Oda. I'm mad.
Oda, I'm mad. You got my hopes up by killing
Yeah,
the
I was so happy. I was like, yes! Slice that motherfucker's head off! And then, like, when I was talking about it with Franz was like, no, we don't think he's dead yet. And I was like, fuck. Like a cockroach. Yeah. Cut its head off, but it still moves.
That shit was so funny.
Basically.
He's like a cockroach.
What if there's a scene next chapter where he his body just gets up, grabs his head, and just like plops it back on. He's like, yo, what the fuck, Kaido?
Dude,
or he just grows another head.
Oh yeah.
I think the Oni, like, judging by how fuck you Kuju, how he reacted, and he was like, Shogun Arashi!
Yeah.
Judging on his reaction, I think even the Oniwobanshu don't know about like disability.
To be honest, I don't even think Orochi probably knows. He's probably gonna come back and be like, "What the fuck?"
Only the old people knew. I feel like that's very likely.
Like, he is stupid enough to have gotten this fruit, and like literally. He was probably told, like, he was probably read the entire instruction manual to the fruit, and he just didn't listen at all, and he was just like, sick.
Like, I could also see it being the case, like, since he's, like, he's such a worm, I don't think he's, like, ever, like, fully tested the abilities of the fruit, so there's no way he could possibly know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because there are ways to train it.
To discover, yeah, and like, you know, there's the whole thing where like your fruit power is up to like your imagination,
right?
And
like
whatever.
How Marco can do so much with his, that he can like half transform and.
Right, it really is just like it's based on the user, not the fruit itself.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where this goes. We are on break next week,
pissed.
which is a bummer.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. In the meantime, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. We are at Paramecia Fancast, or at Paramecia Cast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else. ParameciaFancast.libsyn.com. Episodes go up every Monday following the official release, and as soon as they're uploaded to Libsyn, they are sent to every single podcatcher known to mankind. Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. Episodes also go up on YouTube, usually Monday night, Tuesday morning. Again, YouTube is YouTube. Sometimes I'll upload it and it'll be like, oh, it's processing, and it'll stay processing for like a whole fucking day. So that's that. But they go up. They end up on YouTube by Tuesday at like the latest.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah,
go
break
to
week
our
next
Discord.
Week. Ooh, yeah.
Links to that are on all of our social media, very accessible. It's a permanent link, so come on in.
Come on in. We got some funky theories.
Yeah, we do. And like we have like very good constructive like conversations about like a lot of stuff going on. So we're a good community. I'm really proud of it. You know, Adri this morning, it was like so funny. She was like texting me, like I sent her a tweet from Artur from Library of Ohara. Something about like him pointing out that like, oh, like Kiku cut down Kanjuro, and Adri has the habit of like looking through comments and seeing what people like say, and she was like, holy fucking shit, this community's dumb.
No, don't say that.
Truthfully, she didn't say it exactly like that, but she did say it along those lines.
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to, like, the fandom experience that I have, cultivated for myself. I do find myself, even with, like, Boku no Hero fandom, when I, like, take a peek outside of my circle, that the fandom is made up of
it's
a lot of
shit.
dumbasses.
Yeah.
But, so, you know, it's probably the same with, like, One Piece, but taking a look in that little corner, ooh, that killed me.
It's a different flavor of fandom that you're not really used to. Because, like, John and I have, like, seen this because, like, it's, like, the same crowd that came over from Dragon Ball. They, like, came over and they were like, my power level's over 9,000. And, like, we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because I have a life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just how it is. But like I said, on Discord we have a great community. Only constructive conversations and meme conversations.
Yeah.
Both. But one thing I might do, so I just got Paper Mario and the Origami King. I might do a let's play of that. I'll let you guys know via the Discord. I don't know if I'll like Twitch stream that. I might have time this long weekend. I might just like record it on YouTube. I'm not super sure. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Keep an eye out for that.
Sick. Adrian.
Yes.
Do you have a crack theory?
Oh, fuck you. I did that last week. Somebody else.
Oh shit, you did do that last week.
To be fair, it was an awful crack theory, but
all crack theories are bad.
I guess.
Oh, I got one.
Okay, let us hear it.
So Kaido sliced my favorite character Orochi's head off.
Oh no.
And everyone thinks he's dead, but I know the truth. in Hercules, when Hercules cuts off the head of the Hydra, 2 heads take its place, and there's that sick scene where there's like 70 heads. Orochi is gonna have 70 heads, and he's gonna eat Kaido.
That's not even a crack theory. It kind of sounds like something that'll happen.
No, don't do that.
No.
Don't give it life.
One of them.